Testing, live. Where did it go? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Sorry, give me 1 second. Alright, I know I'm echoey and I'm congested. I was not wanting to go live today, but we're here. We're almost to live number 100, which I'm trying to decide. Sorry, I can't fix the camera. I can't do it today. I'm trying to decide if we're gonna do, because I'm not gonna just not do the live streams ever again after live 100, but I think we may shift it from talking about numbered men, just because I'm done talking about numbered men, you know. I've noticed that kind of, I don't know, hanging out with you guys is the fun part. The numbered man part is just like, you know, like, we're talking about another man today, so maybe I'm open to suggestions, I'm open to ideas, leave them in the comment box down below or put them in the chat, but I'll probably have a better chance of seeing all the ideas in the permanent comment box down below if you have an idea that you think is a really good one. Yeah, so I'm thinking by episode 100, that'll be the last numbered man we talk about. We're on 99. And also, remember we did a drawing for the mugs, and these were limited edition mugs, then every single penny that goes towards these mugs goes towards the Malibu retreat for the women's retreat, ex-cult member retreat. Next week, we're going to be doing another giveaway of the new design. It's going to be a surprise though. We may or may not have one to show. It may be just a surprise for the person who gets it. But yeah, that's to come in next week's. But this week, today, oh, sorry if I sound really annoying and echoey, but there's been a lot of just moving stuff around and remodeling. We're finally gonna have like a podcast area. There's gonna be no more echoey very, very soon. Hi, you guys. Today's been rough. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Fingerberry. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Prudence. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Kaya. Hi, Jane. Hi, Melanie. Sammy's here. Random Wanderer. Hello. Denise is here. Hi, Denise. Hi, Crystal. Okay. Hi, Brooke. Taylor. Melissa. Hi. This may be a shorter live, but we'll see. I'm just not feeling it right now. But thank you guys for showing up every single week for almost 100 weeks. Well, actually more than 100, but anyway. I did want to, maybe we'll get the numbered man out of the way for the day. So the numbered man today, we kind of talked about him last week, but as I was looking through all the numbered men that we've talked about, I think of everyone we've talked about from number 1 to this number 99, he may be the youngest man to have a number so far. Maybe his younger brothers got numbers, but I was trying to do the math. Like, I think some men got numbers when they were very young back in the day, but they're all older now. And so as of right now, with the ages of everybody, as of 2023, I'm pretty sure he is the youngest one that has a number right now. Oh, that we've talked about. Number 99. Hi, Quanta. Oh, thank you, Melissa, for the donation. You're so sweet. I'm so sick. Don't look at me. I was like, where is it? Where the street's at? I drank so much coffee today and it didn't do anything. It just made me feel a tummy ache. I think that number 99, I put in the clickbait, I put a fetus. I don't even know if I can do that. Can I do that? I did it. I don't know if I'll get demonetized for that, but I think you can put a fetus in there. Anyways, I put the fetus in there because my opinion is I think that this man that got his number today, the one we're talking about, it was predestined. It was always gonna happen. I'm pretty sure no matter what, he would have got a number because he is the leader's son from the first wife. But I believe he's only 30 years old. I remember going to school with him at Ensign, and he was only like 2 years older than me. So he has to be like 30, which I believe when he got his number, he was in his 20s. So very interesting how they gave him the number. He has multiple wives. I remember, I don't know why I have so many memories of this person. I think it's just because like we were around that same age, I guess. But I remember he got married to multiple women. I don't want to say which woman this was, but I remember one day she showed up to one of the dances and I thought she had like cold sores all over her lips. And I was like, oh, are you getting a cold sore? And I can't remember if I was like, oh, this is what I do for cold sores, or like I was trying like to help her with it because cold sores are a big thing in the order. But anyways, we were talking about it and she's like, these aren't cold sores. And then I started talking to her sisters about it, and apparently this man, number 99, had put hickeys all over her lips. I'd never seen that before. I was like, what the hell? That's just like that memory just sticks out in my brain so much, because after I saw that, I was like, why would someone do that to their wife like that? Like, first of all, it's embarrassing. Now she has to walk around looking like that because you did that to her. And two, it's like borderline kind of feels like abuse. I don't know. Maybe she asked him to do it. Maybe she liked it. I don't know. That's my main memory of him. And it wasn't even really him, but Quanta says, just wanted to pop in and say hi, but I gotta go back to my research paper. Good luck with your paper, Quanta. Thank you for the donation, Mary. I hope feeling better soon. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's like, I don't know exactly what I have, because I have been like moving stuff around and dust has been everywhere, and I've also been around like a cat and some dogs and I'm allergic. So it could just be a mixture of everything, but my nose is like Niagara Falls. It's not good. But anyway, so that's all I have to say about that numbered man. I believe that they reserved 99 for him because his dad's number is 9, Paul's number is 9, 99, da da da. So yeah, get that out of the way. Next week's probably gonna be the last number man we talk about, and it is we talk about Priscilla a lot. Priscilla, how she had a dad and he passed away, and then her mom had to remarry this new guy. That's the number 100 we'll be talking about next week. So come join next week for that. And if you want to be entered into the raffle, I'll send you a Culty Cup of Coffee. We'll talk about that next week. But I did want to talk about, sorry. Oh, hi Andrea. Made 2 lives in a row. I'm gonna try to power through this live, okay? Hickeys on her lips, ew. I know, has anyone ever seen that before? Nice thing. Okay, so I did post the podcast episode finally of me and Shalise. We were talking about, we talked about purity culture. We talked about her meeting with the bishop. That was honestly the most eye-opening clip that I have seen. And it was so scary because as I was editing, I thought I lost the sound to that clip, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have to scrap this piece. I was like looking for it everywhere. But if you haven't watched it yet, I would highly recommend watching Shalisa's story. She talks about kind of like what it was like being raised in the Mormon community, and then leaving and finding her now husband, and you get to see them both talk at the end of the podcast. It's really cute. They're a really cute couple. I'll probably leave that link down below after I'm done with this live, but because, sorry, it's so hard for me to breathe right now. I can't get, like every breath is like I'm choking out all the dust bunnies that were in here. Oh, okay. It's kind of a good thing I don't have a mic right now because all you hear is okay. I saw some really cool comments on the podcast that I posted today. So I'm just gonna read some of them and answer them, because I was gonna answer them all like per thing, but I decided I'll just answer them on here, and then maybe I'll go heart them and tell them that I answered it on here. But this was an interesting comment. Sweeney.clan.1 said, this is in reference to when Shalise was talking about ovulation and how she didn't know that you could you have a higher chance of getting pregnant during your ovulation. And this person commented, Sweeney commented, to be fair, most people don't know that there is a slim window where you can get pregnant. I didn't know until after my second child when I explored natural family planning because hormonal meds were messing with me. Which I still don't understand and comprehend what the normal, like how normal it is to know it, because to me, in the order, I knew that when I was a teenager. I knew that very, very, very young. And almost every woman in the order knows about the ovulation timing and that's how you can get pregnant, because they want you to get pregnant as fast as you can, so they give you that knowledge from a very young age, which is so interesting that in the order they'll give you that knowledge, but they won't give you, knowledge on, like I didn't even learn about like my period and stuff like that. It's like they really like cherry pick the knowledge that they want you to know about. And then to piggyback off of that subject, I have a video and I'll link it down below. I'll have to find it, but I'll link it down below. It's the one video that order members got really mad at and tried to get it taken off my YouTube. It's a recording of Paul talking about how to get your wife pregnant with a daughter. And there's specific things that he explains that you do to have a higher likelihood of daughters, because they're low on women, because they're all getting married off and now there's all these single men. So it's interesting. They were they're very educated in that area, but then uneducated in like child development. Like I heard there was women, young girls who had had babies that were trying to bottle feed their babies with homemade formula that had honey in it, which if you don't know, you're not supposed to be feeding a newborn honey. That can, I'm pretty sure that could be toxic and could possibly kill the baby. Anyways, so it's interesting that they'll educate on like how to get pregnant as fast as possible, but then there's like no education on how to have a healthy child after that. Actually, the education is anti that, because they teach that obedience is the most important, so you need to beat the kids into submission. Very, very wish-washy, terror. Anyways, so I really liked this comment, and I love when you guys comment. You guys bring such a good perspective that I learned so much from you guys. Laura Randolph 5600 says, prudishness protects the predators. You can't report the predators if you are too ashamed. It sets children up to be molested. The Bible is simple and straightforward about sex. And this is such a good point to make. Again, going off of all the education that we didn't get in the order, there was a lot of times where people were getting abused and they didn't know that it was abuse. And then of course, like there's the shame that comes with it, where I heard a story of, I don't want to, maybe I could say who it is, but I don't want to say it just in case she doesn't want me to say her name, but I'm sure she's looking at the story being said. Someone had broken into their home, okay, and she was just a young girl. I think she was like 12, 13 at the time. This man broke into the home, and luckily a car pulled in before the man could do anything to this girl, this order girl. So the guy breaks in and is like trying to lock her into this area, and she had no idea what he was gonna do next because she's just a young, order kid. Luckily, someone pulls into the driveway, and this guy jumps out the window. When she tells her mom what happened, the mom was like, "Did he do something to you? Did he touch you?" And was acting like she would be dirty if she had that happen to her. Was shaming her already for something that didn't even happen and something that was out of her control. So she was like, no, that didn't happen, but thank goodness it didn't, because otherwise my mom was going to treat me like a dirty piece of trash for something that I had no control over. So this is something that's very prominent in these cults. And like what Shalise talks about, how they in church was like chewing a piece of gum, like you're a piece of gum, and if you have sex before your marriage, you're now a chewed piece of gum. So unhealthy. I'm so glad we talked about that in this, because like to shed light on how messed up it is and how it happens everywhere, and all these comments too, they're commenting on that and how they were raised similar. It's like, why do people think that that's so like normal? And then Leapfrog, sorry, I'm almost done with these, and then I'll scroll through your guys' comments. Leapfrog Leap said, so you're mandated to tell the bishop, but when abuse is involved, the bishop doesn't feel they are mandated to report to law enforcement. It's disgusting. Which I'm pretty sure there's been multiple lawsuits actually based off of what she's talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about like confessing to the bishop. And a lot of the times sexual abuse is confessed to the bishop and nothing happens. Which, what's the point of confessing? So that God can wipe away the sins? And then last one. I just wanted to reiterate this one. I know a lot of you guys haven't really answered this, so I'm just going to say it again. Nikki Williams 86 said, Amanda, in the order do you wear garments? Because we were talking a lot about temple garments in the Mormon church. But no, in the order, we didn't wear garments, but they did believe in being buried in garments. There was a really specific belief on the burials and making sure that if you had your number or you were an order member, you got buried in the garments. There's been a lot of fights with people getting buried in the garments when the person didn't want to be an order member and the family still made them be buried in garments. And same thing with like making them have the number on the grave when they weren't even really like, there's this weird like, you got your place in heaven type of. But I also heard that someone who, maybe someone from the order can clarify what happened, because I did not go to this funeral. I didn't go to I was out of the order at this time, but someone had, sorry, this is going to get a little bit dark, but someone in the order had committed suicide, and I was told that because of that, because that's a really big sin is doing that, is like, it's murder, right? So they did allow the person to have garments on, but they like arranged them in a different way, because there's some type of way you're supposed to arrange them, and theirs was arranged differently because they had done that sin. So if you're an order member or ex-order member, please message me and clarify that, because I'm like, I actually don't even know. I had no idea there was a certain way to arrange the garments. I thought you just put the garments on the body. But anyways, I have noticed like the more I go into super depth about the cult stuff, it gets kind of, I don't know. I want to get on more happier topics. That's why I'm like, I think at number 100 is going to be the last time we can still talk about cult stuff. Obviously, well, you guys, I love answering all of your questions. I just don't know that I'm going to be hyper focusing so much on the order men. Anyway. Hi, TPZ. Wait, what? I gotta Google what you're talking about, Darcy, because it's interesting. The rhythm method? Melanie, I had that talk about the chewed gum and still had a child out of wedlock. That's funny. I don't like that though. The chewed gum analogy sounds so degrading. Hi, undercover mermaid. Sammy says purity culture holding boys on a pedestal and their behaviors being blamed on girls and women increases the chances of so many kinds of abuse and manipulation. Yep. If you take a group of people and they can do no wrong and they have no accountability, that's a recipe for disaster. Because why would they have to try to be a good person at all when, just like, I don't know. There's always people that talk, even in the group, they would always talk about how Paul's first West kids, they had this way about them where they'd walk with like a chip on their shoulder because they were treated as if they could do no wrong. And it just creates like narcissism. Often when I watch your videos or C2C videos, I have to text my parents and say thank you for not being in a cult. Aww. Yeah, tell them thank you. A lot of times though, people don't know that they're in a cult. Like, if you knew what you were in was a cult, it doesn't sound so appealing. So even me, when I was in the cult, I was like, this isn't a cult. This is the Lord's place. Hi, meeting Megan. Oh, I think I remember hearing about that regarding a young teen who passed. I think it was a story from Jessica. Yeah, that's the same person, and the sad thing is, like, they did not want to, it was Daniel's daughter, they didn't want to pay for a headstone for her. They just treated it, like, really bad. They treated it like, it was just really sad, especially that it was his own daughter. He was acting like she didn't deserve a funeral, and she was, I think, 14 or 15 at the time. It was so sad and so ridiculous. Eskel's here. Did you already go live, Eskel? Todd says, if that girl is a chewed piece of gum, then the man is the gum that, yeah, stuck to your shoe. Oopsie. I accidentally clicked. That's what's interesting is I never heard them doing these. That's such a good point, Todd. Did they ever do these types of talks to the men? Did they compare a man in these groups to chew pieces of gum? I don't think so. I don't think they did in the order either, because, like, we, yes, had to save ourselves because we don't want to be a teared present by the time of our wedding, but the husband's gonna have like 5-10 wives. Like, what do I get? The chewed piece of gum. These stories align or track in so many ways to the experience growing up in a rural religious town. Isn't that so crazy? And why is it that it's like, it's religion, it's these people that, but I don't know, some really amazing people that I've met are religious, but then some of the worst people I've ever met in my life are religious, because I feel like so many people will join a religion just so that they can be on this brownie point system where they feel better. And like, I'm gonna make it heaven and you're not. It gives them an excuse to judge. You know what my mom would always say? She would say, I'd be like, Mom, why are you so judgmental? Why are you judging this person and that person, blah, blah, blah. And then she and a lot of people would be like, judge righteously. The Bible says to judge righteously. I was like, I'm just gonna leave it up to God, okay? It's too much energy to be like, all the time. Hi, Candace. Hi, Kusharella? Is that how you're saying it? Kusharella. I saw an interview once that when the person was asked why they joined a cult, they had the perfect response. You don't join a cult, you join a religious organization, a political club, etc. That's such a good point. It's not, if it were marketed as a cult, would everyone be joining? No. It's marketed as something beautiful, something that's going to bring them to salvation, that has the answers that they're looking for. And people eat it up. Did Eskel say that he went live yet? Soon. Okay, Eskel's going to be going live soon. Well, I'm going to be done soon because I just feel like I'm holding back on, like, I need to blow my nose, you guys. And I feel like I sound really gross, but I made it here. We hung out. I'm gonna ask her. But hang out for a little bit longer, and then we can hang out on Eskel's channel. I'm beginning to wonder if I was on the periphery of a cult as a teen. Kind of afraid to Google those people. Google it and tell me. Thank you, Crystal. I've been, I don't know, it's been a rough little week, but I really am hoping that in the near future, my life will all be put together perfectly in 1 week. Oh, you guys will be seeing me on Mormon Stories, though. So I'll have to figure out when and let you know when that's going to be. I'm going live, though, upper level, this week on Patreon. I was talking about it last week, but I'll tell you guys on Patreon what all happened. But tomorrow we do, every week on Mondays, we go live on Patreon. So I'll leave that link down below if you guys want to join tomorrow. Meeting Megan says, I'm a Christian and have been saving myself for marriage, but also think I'm bi. You do you. That's the thing is, I don't like it to be so black and white and like, oh, all religious people are so negative, or oh, even like Mormons. Like, I love a lot of Mormons. Like, my adopted family is Mormon. But we can't deny that some of the teachings and some of the way that the things that are being done is not healthy, right? But that's the thing is like, no religion should be like cookie cutter, because every person's different. Every belief is not going to be exactly the same. Thank you, Flinker Mary, for the donation. Are you still doing videos? If not, doing live streams? I am. I'm going to be still doing videos every week. If I can keep up with this lives every Sunday, I think I will. I just probably won't be talking about numbered men anymore. We'll just be hanging out. I just like hanging out with you guys. That's all I want to do. But I think I'll have a theme for each episode. Each live, we'll talk about different discussions, and it can just be a place for us all to hang out on Sundays. Because I can't picture not doing this on Sundays. Because we've been going so long, you guys. We haven't missed a single Sunday, which is insane. I've never committed to anything this long. My son gets his cast off next Thursday and goes to brace for broken fingers. Said he quit. Happy about that. Oh, good. Quite happy about that. I guess his cast off next Thursday and goes to brace for his broken fingers. That's good. I think having kids is probably like you're constantly having anxiety because your kid, you probably are always so worried about them. Which is like, I have no idea how my mom had 10 kids. Like, you just have to let go and let God at that point because you can't keep track of 10 kids. I've heard women in the order say that before. Like, after I had my 5th, 6th kid, I just had to pray to God that He was watching over them because I can't watch over them. I'm like, that's so true. Because you're raising a little like army, a little baseball team, football team. My boss had a quote on his whiteboard: "The quest for perfection is creating confusion." What does that even mean? I'm confused. Melanie says all religions have some questionable things. Honestly, I think that there's truth to both ends. That I think a lot of religions start in a good way, and then I don't know, all the religions I've seen, or sorry, all the cults I've researched heavily, they seem to start semi-good, like a community, and then they end very bad. And I don't know, it must have, I mean, at least the ones I've been researching, the pyramid, it just starts to be everyone puts one person on top, and that person becomes so full of themselves, like they are God, and then makes these weird ass decisions. Which maybe that's why, that would sound really dumb for a second, but is that why presidency is only like 4 years and the maximum is what, 8 years? Because if you're president for too long, then you become a narcissist. You start making silly decisions. Oh, Eskel did miss one, but you were really busy, Eskel. There was one time though for my birthday that I think it was the shortest live stream ever. It was like 4 minutes. But I was like, I have to at least pop in and say hi. But life happens. I almost was like, should I just cancel the day? Literally, like, I was so scared that I was gonna have to do this live with like tissue stuffed in my nose. Because I was like, I'm a waterfall. There's a waterfall out of my nose. Just make the live spontaneous. Talk about whatever. Would you guys like that though? What would you guys like? That's what I'm like. Comment down below because we can find something we both like. Be like, yeah, let's talk about. We can even talk about different cults. You know, that's at least a step away from my turf. We are coming out with a reaction to. I just filmed the reaction to an episode of Sister Wives. I feel like I picked not the worst one, but like the most dramatic one. It was the one where Cody Brown is like fighting with his 3rd wife. I blanked on her name, but I was like, wow, like he keeps interrupting her. You guys are gonna like that episode, I think, though. Things may not be perfect, but that doesn't mean they can't be better. True. Okay, I feel like I need to go because I really need to blow my nose, you guys. And I'm not doing that on camera. Cutthroat, I'd hang out here and watch you read shampoo bottles. We could do that one episode. As long as we don't talk about murders, then I'm down. I know tomorrow, we used to do this thing every Monday where we talked about serial killers, because I have this book on serial killers, but okay, I have to go, you guys. Let's hang out on Eskel's channel though. I feel like I didn't get enough dose of you guys today, but we can hang out on Eskel's channel. Comment down below and I'll respond to your guys' comments. I'm going to be responding to comments for the next like 30 minutes to an hour. So if you leave me a comment down below, I'll respond to you. On Shalisa's too, if you leave one on there, I'm going to be responding there. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for the 100th episode of Culty Cup of Coffee. Okay, love you guys. Bye. Bye, Crystal. Bye, Mark. Bye, Todd. Bye, Eskel. Bye, Undercover Mermaid. Bye, Bree80. Bye, Darcy. Bye. Bye.